Hi everyone, I'm Jim and welcome to the review of Where Owls Know My Name, the third studio record by the band Rivers of Nihil. Today we're celebrating the 5th anniversary of it, so I decided to go back and see if it still holds up or not. I'm still slightly sick, so sorry for my voice, I am not back 100%, but I had to review this one because I found out about Rivers of Nihil back in 2013. The first song I've heard was Soul Eater. I found it by accident, but I loved it because I just love this kind of tech death, or just death metal in general. So yeah, I was listening to their first record and the previous EPs, and then Monarchy was released and it was even better, and I was like, yeah, this is great. And then this album came out. I remember because I've been listening to it on the release date, and I just didn't imagine it to become such a success. After this record, the band became quite popular, and I even saw them live when they were supporting this one. It was a funny story because I've talked to the guys, and one of my friends who doesn't know English was buying merch and he forgot to pay, so he took the stuff and started walking away. And the band's bassist, Adam, he was like, "Hey man, stop!" And I was like, "Don't worry, he's retarded." And he gave them the money. It's so funny to this day. My friend is always like, I hope Rivers of Nihil doesn't remember that stuff, because he said he was so ashamed of that he forgot to pay. The first 4 albums of this band are about seasons for some reason. So the first one is taking place at spring and the second one is summer, and this one represents autumn, and then the work represents winter. I don't know why, but it's a cool concept, so yeah. And apparently this is all a conceptual work, so it follows a story of some planet or some shit, and on this record, everyone is already dead except one dude who is just walking aimlessly around this planet. You can read about it here, and also I'm sure the band had some interviews where they've explained the record. I am not that interested in that concept. The music must speak to me first. So we have the classic lineup of Rivers of Nihil here: Jake on the vocals, Brody on the guitar and writing most of the music, Adam on the bass, Jonathan on the second guitar and Jared on the drums. The same lineup recorded the next record, The Work, and then Jake and Jonathan left the band in 2022. We also have some guests. We have Andy Thomas from Black Crown on the vocals on the title track, Justin from the Zenith Pass is doing a guitar solo on the song Old Nothing, and Zach is doing saxophone on the entire record. The production is tight, it's clean but heavy, no loudness war, no clipping. It was done by Carson and Grant, they did a fantastic job here. I have nothing against this production. It's for sure better than on the previous records, especially on the first one. I don't know why, but the first Rivers of Nihil record has such a shitty production. There is even an instrumental version of the song Airless, tune track version on YouTube, and it sounds 10 times better than the fucking album one. I hope they could remaster or remake the first record, cause when you listen to that production, and then to the next records, and even the previous ones, even the first EP has a better production than that record. Why? Just why? Message is diverse, songs are about various things. As I said before, there is a concept behind these songs, but they also have other meanings, mostly about the struggles of life and growing old. So it's actually quite scary, to be honest. Structure of the tracks is technical, except 2 songs, which are like interludes or some shit. Technical means there are a lot of changes, so we can have 5 different verses that have completely different music, or bridges or 2 guitar solos or 5 guitar solos, but there are choruses on the track, so some parts will repeat. The music on this record is a mix of technical death metal and progressive death metal. The first song, Cancer Moonspeak, it's just an intro. We have some whispers in the background, some cool little noises here and there, and there are the vocals. The dude says some stuff that later will be repeated on the final song. So I enjoyed this intro as it fits the atmosphere of the record and the overall message. On its own, I wouldn't listen to it. So it's just a decent beginning, 6 out of 10. The Silent Life, here the real music begins. The first thing you're going to notice are the drums. The production on them is okay, but the drummer Jared is phenomenal. I love his work throughout this entire thing. So from this song till the end he's going to play his best. I especially enjoy his blast beats and double kick work, or however you pronounce it. Then we have the guitars, some amazing riffs here and there. They are memorable and they create this very interesting atmosphere. It's very mystical. And the next stuff is the bass. It's audible. Adam is playing his own lines. Sometimes he follows the guitar, sometimes he plays completely different things. I love this kind of stuff. I love when you can hear the bassist. He also does some backing vocals on this record. The vocals done by Jake are great throughout the entire record. He's just growling and Adam is doing the cleans and some screaming as well. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. And the final member, the saxophone player, he's almost on every song I think, and he's doing a solo on this song. And it's beautiful. Is there anything wrong with this song? Nope. For me it's perfect, I enjoy everything about it, especially the chorus. That's my favorite part because it's the most intense part of the song, but the more slower, mellow parts are also beautiful. 10 out of 10. A Home. This song has an amazing vibe and it's just beautiful from beginning to the end. I especially enjoyed that middle, more sad, mellow part. You know, with that guitar solo that has that weird effect on it. It reminds me of Korn for some reason. I love that part the most, but everything is just perfect here. I even sent this song to my friend who wasn't listening to metal music and he loved it. He started listening to this band because of this song, so they've done something right here. 10 out of 10. Old Nothing has my favorite drum parts on the record. I just love everything the drummer is doing here. The guitars are beautiful as well. I'm sorry for repeating myself, but I have nothing to say about these songs because there is nothing to criticize. I enjoy this song from beginning to the end. The best part are the drums and the atmosphere. It's not as good as the previous 2 songs, but it's still perfect. 10 out of 10. Subtle Change is my favorite song on this record and probably of this band. It's the longest song, but it's also the most interesting one because it has the most amount of changes. It starts slow, but then it explodes. It has lots of intensity and energy. My favorite part is the saxophone solo and how it changes into a guitar solo next. And that guitar solo is my favorite part of the record. It's just so beautiful. It sounds so positive, but not in a wrong way, because I hate very happy and positive music, and this thing just sounds right. Like you're listening to it and it makes you feel better about life in general. Everyone in this band is talented and this song just proves it. The chorus is also beautiful and I like that acoustic passage at the end, you know, that 11 out of 10, legendary song. Terrestrial, Wither. Now this is an intro without vocals and yet again it works in the context of the record, but on its own I would never listen to it. Just decent stuff, 6 out of 10. Hollow is my second favorite song on this record. I've noticed that not many people talk about this song. I don't know why. Every part is just fantastic, especially the chorus with clean singing. How could you not love that? The guitar solos, the melodies, the atmosphere, just everything. 10 out of 10. Death is Real is my third favorite song here. Again, people do not talk much about this track. I don't know why. It has a very eerie, more darker atmosphere than the previous songs. I love the guitar riffs here, especially in the verses, then the guitar solo, saxophone stuff, just everything. 10 out of 10. Where Owls Know My Name. Now this track has an amazing music video. It's just so funny and trippy, but it's also a very beautiful song. I love the clean singing here and the overall vibe, but also the heavier parts are great. And that saxophone stuff and keyboard stuff in the middle. I love everything here. 10 out of 10. And the final song, Capricorn Agoratopia, is a great farewell to this record, because it's just as good as the previous songs. I enjoyed the heavier parts of this song the most, you know, the tremolo picking, the guitar solo, the fast stuff. The beginning is probably my least favorite part of the song, but then it's just stellar right till the end. 10 out of 10. To sum it all up, the consistency is stable, the flow is fitting, replayability, yeah, it's a masterpiece. I love this record. It's interesting from beginning to the end. Listening to it in its entirety is always a treat. I recommend listening to it today to celebrate the anniversary. This record deserves the love it got from the metal community and everyone else. I know that some people hate this record because it became popular and basically made the band richer. I don't know what's about this very shitty elitist mentality in metal. You see people loving a certain band and then that band explodes and becomes popular, and then these true fans start saying it's shit and it's garbage. Why can't you just be happy for the band? And why can't you be happy that more people listen to the same thing as you? Especially nowadays when most of the music is shit. Just be happy that people listen to Where Owls Know My Name. This is the best Rivers of Nihil record. That's it from me. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram. Links in the description. And I will see you in my other videos. Bye!